And what we're seeing in the world today
Mm.
is real interesting paradox because the tension and the polarity is getting stronger. So you're seeing more and more people wake up. So it's like the tension on scales going this way, and more people resisting it.
Mm.
So it's
What?
important for us to understand that some of the tension we're experiencing is that polarizing happening within human consciousness itself, where I do see more and more people waking up on a daily basis. So it's quite inspiring, you know.
What are symptoms that you see of people waking up? Maybe someone's listening who's going through this. What is that process?
Well, the first stage, unfortunately, is general disillusion with the world itself. Most people who wake up are really waking up to how messed up this planet is. They're
Mm.
starting to question the things that they never questioned before. That's where it usually starts. Wait, why am I in this job? Why am I going through the motions? It's like, why? And then you're starting to look at other people and notice how it's almost like they're just hamsters on a hamster wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that disillusionment state is pretty painful. Usually, you don't have the answer to the antidote yet. You just have, oh my gosh, I've woken up to how crappy it is. So
Mm.
it's a little dip and a depression, and like suddenly you can't you be participating in the same friendship groups that you used to be participating in, and so you lose those people too. It's like this horrible in between phase, and then you develop sensitivities to things that you normally took for granted. Foods are really classic. So as human consciousness is increasing, we can't be a to the same foods and not have big issues with it. So our bodies are having issues with sugars, processed foods, meats, things that human beings shouldn't be eating in general.
Mm.
Um, I'm seeing a lot of sensitivities crop up within people who are starting to wake up.
Mm.
Some people are having real disturbances around sleep in their wake up process because their personal frequency is no longer a match to solely the physical dimension. They're starting to see synchronicities everywhere. Numbers are starting
Yeah,
to
that's a big
to
one. I remember when I was sort of going through that process, and synchronicities were a big thing.
so you feel like you're in the matrix to begin with. You're like, what is going on here? There
Mm-hmm.
might just be something bigger here than meets the eye. Yeah.
Mm. And then what is the process? The next steps do you recommend for people who realizing they're waking up? Is it a matter about finding their mission that they need to help other people to help them live a more conscious life? Like,
Not yet. No, I don't feel like people are really in the space yet for that. I feel like it's about people following their own personal joy.
mm.
I feel like when people first wake up out of the human collective dream state, so to speak, they have to start to follow their emotions. So if it's I don't feel good in this job, it's I'm going to go in the direction of what does feel good. I'm going to start taking the risks that society has programmed me that I shouldn't take. And when they start to do that, this natural process takes place where they step into a place where the gift that they're meant to bring to this world naturally expresses itself because it can be no other than in alignment with your joy. It's not possible for someone's purpose in the form of what gift you're meant to give will be separate from your joy.
Mm.
So it's almost joy is like following the North Star. When you don't know the answer and you don't know what direction you're really headed towards, you don't know the destination, so to speak, you're following the North Star of your emotions and it inevitably leads you to that place.
Yeah, your heart-filled, truthful joy. That's a really good place to start
Yeah, and
and
like, but
follow.
most people don't know joy though. Most people know relief. So what's really important for people that are beginning the path is to chase relief.
Mm-hmm.
What just feels like that much more relief, that much more relief, and that's not escapism. Like it'll feel when you're going in the direction of what feels like that form of relief, it'll feel like self truth. It feels
Mm-hmm.
scary, it feels risky, but it feels like relief.
Mm. Yeah, that's a really good point. And practical points for people to follow if they're even being triggered by this conversation, which I imagine most people would be, because it's a it's a it's a deep discussion that really can start to awaken things in you.